What is happening, you wonderful people? So, I've been thinking about this for a long time, and I was like, you know what? Last year, I started this channel June 29th. Across the Spider-Verse released before that. Did not get a chance to review Across the Spider-Verse. This movie is one of my favorite Spider-Man films, one of my favorite comic book films, one of my favorite films of all time, and I'm just so excited to talk about it. And I want to dive deep into why I personally love this film, and I know almost everyone loves this film. It's just this is a film that I watched 5 times in a row when I had COVID last year or 2 years ago. So let's talk about it. So the magnum opus that is Across the Spider-Verse. This is again, like I said earlier, one of my favorite films of my favorite film of all time. This is my favorite film of all time. This is my favorite comic book movie of all time. This is my favorite Spider-Man film of all time. This is my favorite Marvel film of all time. You get the gist, you get where I'm going. This is a film about, and it's funny because again, like I said, I didn't get a chance to review this last year because I didn't have this channel up at that time. But I watched this movie so much, I know where I'm going in this review and what I want to talk about. So I'm gonna kind of be all over the place, and I don't even think I have any negatives for this film. Well, maybe one. I think I only have one, and I feel like every time I watch it, it ends quicker and quicker and quicker, and I don't want this movie to end. I love this film so much. This film is an absolute masterpiece. I'm looking at my poster right now. Like, I just, from the characters, from the animation, from the writing, from the action, from the dialogue, for just everything about this film, you feel the emotion in this film. And I have an essay coming up, my third essay for my English class because I'm in college, for my college class. And in that essay, we're supposed to pick a music video, pick a piece of art, a clip from a TV show, a clip from a movie, and describe the pathos, the ethos, and the logos, the logic, credibility, and emotion in whatever you choose. And I am choosing a scene from this film. Not sure which scene yet, but I have some ideas of which scene I want to choose, and very excited about that. And people are so mad that this film ended on a cliffhanger. And it's funny because people didn't know this movie was going to end on a cliffhanger. I already knew it was because I read on Twitter. I think they announced it that it was going to end on a cliffhanger. It was going to be part one. People were so mad. I was like, that is the way you do a cliffhanger, man. That is the way you do a cliffhanger. And the development they give Miles Morales, and not just him, but Gwen Stacy in this film, but not just her. The development they give Peter B. Parker, the development they give Miguel in the time he has in this film, with the time Jessica Drew, Spider-Woman, has in this film. They give her development. They give Ben Reilly development. They give Spider-Man India, Spider-Punk. They give all these characters development, and you feel for these characters and the struggle that Miles has to deal with his parents not knowing he's Spider-Man and him having to balance his personal life and his Spider-Man life. And when he finds out that if he saves his dad from the spot, the whole multiverse will die and the canon will break, and just the struggle that he doesn't know what to do, and the struggle with his relationship with Gwen and Peter with not having seen them in a year, and he thinks she's there in his universe to actually see him, and he comes to find out why, and it'll be resolved in the next one. All this will be resolved, and that's what I'm excited about. And the cameos, dude. Oh, let me talk about the cameos. Spectacular Spider-Man, Insomniac Peter Spider-Man, PS5 game. 1967 Spider-Man, I can do whatever he can. Da, 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 or however the theme goes. I don't know how it goes. Unlimited Spider-Man, you get a few little Easter eggs of 1998 Spider-Man, the one ties him to X-Men 97. He's not in the film, but you get a little Easter eggs from him. Lego Spider-Man, you get Easter eggs from Toby, Andrew. Miguel mentions Tom and Doctor Strange. You get, what else do you get? The Amazing Spider-Man 2, the Xbox game. Love that game. You get a little reference from that one. And so on and so forth. You get a million Easter eggs. You get different Spider people. You get Bombastic Bagman. You get Spider Cat, Spider Wolf, Web Slinger. You get all these Spider people. And it's just one of those things where I'm like, I want to know more about the Spider Society as a whole. I want to see a spinoff. Don't think they're ever going to make it, but who's to say they won't, But it's a story about, I feel like it's like a coming of age story. And it's a story about persevering and what having great power and what you can do with that, and the responsibilities along with it, and it's just, this is just, and the color grading each time, or the animation changes color, it sets the tone, and it goes along with the tone, and it's so beautiful. And the moment between Gwen and her dad, and the struggle with her and her dad, and when he finds out she's Spider-Man, and she doesn't know what to do, it's just, oh man, I love this film, man, and it's just, when I had the idea of reviewing this film, I was like, I'm going to take the opportunity. I'm going to take that chance to do it. Because then I thought, I was like, I didn't have this channel up when Across the Spider-Verse came out. When it came out June 1st of last year, I didn't. Because I made this June 29th of 2023. And I was like, might as well do it, because this is a phenomenal film. And it's just, I'm trying to think what else to say about it, because there's so much in this film, and they animated Japanese Spider-Man for this film. He's not in this film, 1978 Japanese Spider-Man. I think they're going to use him for the next one. And I cannot wait for that. Ultimate Spider-Man, the 2012 show. There were no rumors about him being in this film, but who's to say he won't be in the next film, And who's to say the Miles Morales from the 2012 Ultimate Spider-Man show won't be in it, or Insomniac Miles Morales Spider-Man. Who's to say all these people won't be in the next one? You know what I mean? And, there's Easter eggs, but they go along with the story. It's not just cameos and nostalgia thrown at you. It's legit cameos and nostalgia that elevate the story and evolve with the story. And it's just, Across the Spider-Verse is... And how can I forget the soundtrack? The soundtrack, the or however it goes. It's just an animation, again, it is a beautiful film. So overall, Across the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is one of my favorite films of all time, one of my favorite movies of all time. My favorite Marvel films of all time, one of my favorite Spider-Man films of all time, my favorite movie of all time. It is so good. Y'all tell me down below, comment down below. Let's talk about it. What did y'all think about Across the Spider-Verse? The first time y'all watched it, wish I could experience this movie in the theaters again. I was planning on going to see it a second time last year, but I never got a chance to. But I've seen this movie about 1 million times. Y'all, let's talk about it. So that'll wrap up this video. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, do not forget to subscribe down here. We are at 541 subs. Next big milestone is 600. Then 700, 800, 900. And the big milestone right now is 1K and beyond that. And like, comment, share on this video. And if you're new as well, I do movie reviews, trailer reactions, TV show reviews, movie live streams, and movie news. All that wonderful movie stuff under the movie umbrella. Going live tonight at 7 p.m. I almost wanted to say 7:30 because that's the main time I go live, but decided to go 30 minutes earlier tonight. That'll wrap up this video. Thank y'all so much for watching. Cheers. Keep talking movies, my wonderful people.